So there was a small scale, I'm not sure how to describe it. I'm trying to not use the word T here, to intimidate, coerce, menace, oppress, bully, domineer, tyrannize. This plot, you can see the word that I'm highlighting here, within NATO nations by Russia. I'm not making this up. This is a legitimate thing. I'll show you the article. I'm even beside myself that I'm talking about it. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2025. And over the last few weeks, Russia has been just menacing NATO, trying to provoke or trying to see how far it can push or what have you. So here, this is from a Polish newspaper, and if you look at a Google translation, you see Russian intelligence hit explosives in a cemetery. Suspicious cans entered Poland. There were corn cans. That's why you see the corn cans in the video in the thumbnail. Yeah, in corn cans. Okay, it was carried also in the Kyiv Post, and then I just saw it into my news feed here. Okay, here's what happened. Polish authorities intercepted a 27-year-old suspect at the border transporting drone components, SIM cards, and cans filled with high-yield explosives attributed to Russia's GRU. So they're using somebody who is going to be a patsy for him. Maybe he's going to, get some money from crypto or something, and he's going to go and do whatever they're asking them to do. The scheme involved caches of buried in a Lithuanian cemetery in Kaunas. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I've been to Kaunas for retrieval and aerial deployment via commercial drones near sensitive sites in Poland's Lutsk and Germany. This operation, uncovered in September 2025, remember we're only 2 days into October, through cooperation with Lithuanian and German intelligence, highlights Russia's hybrid warfare targeting NATO countries. Again, there have been 110 incursions or violations or breaches or accidents or explosions or some kind of Russian interference and attacks in NATO since 2022. I showed you that just yesterday. Okay, here's a longer version of this. Suspected Russian GRU plot to stage diversionary operations. Okay, so this makes sense if they're trying to, and now there's a lot of talk, especially in Russian media, about how they might do something like the Ukrainians are going to do a false flag. Well, maybe this was what they were talking about, that they could blame on Ukraine, and we just don't know. Lithuanian services found 2.8 kilograms of high explosive in identical cans, 2 taken into Poland. They were cans of corn that were packed with these explosives. Investigators also seized drone clamps matching the can's diameter, indicating quick under UAV mounting for transport or aerial use. So they could attach them. I've seen this before with how grenades are dropped. Like they can drop them from these, they can attach to the UAV and then they can drop them and the grenade will go off. Okay, the CAN plus clamp module was low skill with step-by-step photo verification. The courier ferried drone parts from Lithuania to Germany plus multiple SIM cards pointing to remote triggering and backup control under time pressure aligned with major events in Western Germany. Okay, so was it going to happen in Germany or Poland or exactly where? Well, it seems like he was going toward Poland. In parallel, he assembled parcels disguised as massage pillows and cosmetics. 3 ignited in transit, Poland and Litsab Airport, Birmingham warehouse. A 4th was seized. Forensics found hidden igniters and flammable additives. Local disposable hires, that's some migrants. And so what the Russians are doing, it's not a Russian FSB agent. They're just finding somebody that's willing to do this for a price and go dig this. Like that's not shady, right? Go dig up these explosives from the cemetery and cross the border, and I'll pay you X number of euros in cryptocurrency or whatever the denomination is. So local disposable hires execute compartmentalized tasks like collect from cemetery dead drops, short cross-border moves, catch near hubs, handoff, communicating using instant messaging, proof photos, and cryptocurrency as payment. Like, it's really interesting. Before the internet, a lot of this kind of thing just couldn't happen. It was much more, you had to really work and develop your patsies. The caches, UAV mounts, disguised parcels, and missing explosives indicate a layered diversionary sabotage pattern. So that's what was going to happen, or that's what they were working on trying to happen with this. Okay. That's why. And so the end point would have been a drone full of some kind of explosive in a corn can that would have targeted something. We don't know exactly what. Meanwhile, the Ryan air chief slams EU von der Leyen. Why aren't we shooting down these drones? So he's the chief of this airline, saying Michael O'Leary raged that Europe is doing nothing to counter drone threats. The airline chief also took aim at European leaders. I don't believe in people sitting over tea and biscuits. And he declared that Ursula von der Leyen is incapable of anything and should resign. Well, they talk about it a lot, but they didn't really get anything significantly done. The Economist is putting this on their front cover. Russia tests the West. That's exactly right. Russia is testing the West. And this corn can drone bomb thing would have been quite a test of the West. When something like, and again, something like that's going to pop off. And I said this last week, where's this video? We're inches away. One mistake and we could be into a war that nobody really wants. I think that's the reality, and that's where we are right now. Okay, let me show you this. Darth Putin on this day in 1951, second wave of Operation Osin's deportations began. Over 16,000 Lithuanians were forcibly removed and sent to Siberia as the USSR continued to liberate them from fascism and also their freedom. Just 6 years after World War II ended. Like, this was still ongoing. This is what Russia is. This is what Russia does. This is where, okay. And then he continued with that thought. It remains a genuine mystery to leading luminaries of international relations like Chomsky as to why NATO is so popular amongst all the people that we did things like this to. Yeah, there's a reason that they're upset. There's a reason why Poland and Lithuania and Estonia and Latvia are so focused on what's going on and so focused on supporting Ukraine. Okay, my shout out is to a board member, Steve Rose, who's been with me from the beginning of Patreon. Thank you for that. I also want to tell you that I'm no longer going to be doing the call-in live streams. I'm trying to economize my time. You'll notice that my videos have gotten shorter. This one will be about 8 minutes, and it had to go, and I'm sorry about that. So tell me what you thought about what you saw with this Russian plot. I'm really interested to hear what you think. I think something bad is going to happen before Europe can stop talking and start doing. But you tell me what you think. All right, my friends, that's all that I have for you in this video. Thank you for the time, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. And thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.